Sir, yung kay JB, Sebastian, nasa NBA pa rin po siya?
Yes, nandun pa.
Hanggang kailan po siya mag-stay?
Actually, wala pa eh. Hindi pa nakukomplete yung study whether yung nababalidate yung threats. Pero hindi ba isa siya sa nasaksakan? Merong, I don't know if you're aware of it, na merong dinimanda ang CIDG tungkol dun sa saksakan. Parang ang findings ng CIDG is that there were 2 riots. Separate yung nangyari dun sa, yung akala natin isang incident yun, dalawa pala yun eh. So, yung kay JB Sebastian, parang merong one of the inmates said that actually yun yata yung parang was instigated to stop JB Sebastian at ang tinuturo nila is parang yung kumuha sa kanya is a high official or an official of the Philippine Navy.
Parang the one behind the stabbing?
Yun ang parang yun ang kumuha dun sa nagutos.
Dun sa sumaksak.
Maksak.
But what would have been the motive of this still incumbent or sitting Navy official, sir?
Well, nababanggit dun si Trillanes and De Lima, but no supporting nababanggit dun eh. Siguro actually hindi ba nyo alam yung mismong sumaksak
Si ano?
5 ba yun? I'm not very familiar because I've read
And that was it, everyone. Maybe anyway, sir, the story is dun sa ano nila, affidavit.
doon sa affidavit nila. Sa affidavit nila. So, in other words, the threat is real because nangyari na nga siya. Actually, what I did, nilagyan ko na nga ng grill para yung cell ni JB Sebastian in Building 14 could not be accessed by the other inmates. Kasi yung sinasabi ng lawyer niya has been writing a letter saka ng wife niya asking that he be transferred. Kasi yung pinaghihinala ng kasama or utak ng sumaksak nandun kasama sa Building 14. So, hindi naman na niya pwedeng hindi kami dumaan o hindi buksan na para makadaan at dadaanan namin yung inaakala naming kaaway. So
one of those who figured in that stabbing incident and who attacked JB, in his affidavit, the one who attacked him mentioned De Lima at Trillanes. Nasa affidavit mismo.
Nasa affidavit nung sumaksak ata. Yeah.
That he was told?
He was told, do.
Through a Navy officer?
Through, yung Navy officer ang nagutos sa kanya.
Tapos itong dalawa?
Parang na-mention doon ang participation ni Trillanes and De Lima.
Pero, sir, yung po bang sumaksak kasama rin sa investigation na ginawa ng
Kasama, actually, dinimanda na ata sila ng CIDG.
Pero hindi niya po
I think the case filed before us in the OJ.
Pero hindi niya po nabanggit? But not during the, because hindi, di ba hindi naman sila personality doon, hindi sila witnesses doon sa house. Hindi sa house.
Hindi sa house. Talagang
Sa case.
doon sa case. Separate case yun.
Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre there holding a press conference at the DOJ earlier.
Jack Lam could come back to the Philippines. Pwede siyang bumalik provided 3 conditions are met or 4 conditions are met. Number 1 is that he's going to settle all back taxes and other obligations to the Philippine government. Number 2 is that he's going to legalize his online gaming license by applying a POGO license with the PAGCOR. And number 3, he's going to face whatever cases being filed against him, and that he will undertake not to anymore corrupt the Filipino officialdom. And of course, may sinabi si Presidente yun ang pinaka-update na pwedeng i-sequester yung property ni Jack Lam. Considering na talagang substantial yung kanyang ownership dito ng mga real estate properties katulad ng Fontana Leisure Park, yung Fort Ilocanja, and some online gaming business sa Lawag and other parts of the Philippines. Kaya before Christmas, nagparating ng feeler sa akin that Jack Lam would want to come back to the Philippines. Pero after that, wala pa.
So sir, despite yung mga conditions na kunyari gawin niyang legal yung mga negosyo niya, pwede pa rin siyang makasuhan, kumarap dun sa mga kaso. Yung ganun yung condition ni Presidente.
Hindi naman sinabi ni Presidente yun, sa akin lang yun eh. Kasi it is given eh. Kasi nag-file ng case yung dalawang commissioner against him, so he has to face it. Kaya yun ang mangyayari doon.
So before Christmas, the feelers were coursed through
Some individual na kilala ko, but hindi na kailangan i-reveal dito.
So were you able to talk with Commissioner Morente?
Yes. Siguro from the Jack Lam controversy, mga 3 times na. The latest was 2 days before Christmas, kailan ba yun? But before New Year. 27 or 28, he came over my office.
okay, your office is
Yes, my office.
So may result na po kami para doon ng investigation?
Yun nga ang hingin ko sa kanya eh. Yung what is the result of the investigation? Kasi meron siyang order to the 3 commissioners and to General Kalima to explain their participation doon sa 50 million kung anong participation nila.
So sir, nang binisita ka niya sa office, ano yung napag-usapan niya? Kung wala pa siya?
Well, he said that he is offering his full cooperation with me. That was after he went to the palace. So, sa akin naman, okay lang eh, because trabaho lang yan eh. Hindi naman ako, I have no personal grudge, I have no personal sentiments about this matter. I just apply the law. Kung ano yung nasa law, yun lang ginawa ko. And he was very amiable when he came to me. So, let's forget that we have this happened. We have new mandates from the President, sabi kong ganyan. And so we have to work hand in hand para yung problems with the Bureau of Immigration could be solved by us. Specifically, we are directed by the President to expedite the deportation of the Chinese illegals, even those under bail. Bilisan lang para kung i-deport na kagad, but they be blacklisted. So, yun ang directed ng Presidente.
Yung pong conditions ni Presidente, napaabot din kay Jack Lam nung nagpadala ng feelers or hindi ba?
Alam na naman nila eh. Alam nila. As a matter of fact, yun ang sinabi ng feeler sa akin eh. That they are going to comply with what the President desires.
May update dun sa interview na nasa CIDG?
Wala pa eh. Kasi alam naman niyo, yung pinaka-latest doon, I asked the CIDG to return the money to us for safekeeping, considering that sabi nila, part and parcel yan ng 30 million na nasa amin ha. But CIDG was very cautious and deemed it wise to first ask the Ombudsman to get direction from the Ombudsman, considering that the case filed by General Sombero was filed before the Ombudsman. So wala pa akong follow-up doon, or there's yet no word from the Ombudsman or from CIDG.
So yung 30 million that's already with you, before the plan was to deposit it in a bank.
It is deposited already in a bank.
Sir, comment lang po sa proposal po ni Congresswoman Arroyo na i-exclude ang AMLAC sa supervision ng PSP.
Okay, siguro yun kasi medyo marami ang very heavy or very important ang function ng central bank governor eh. Yan ang kumako ng ating pera eh. Kaya siguro para hindi na siya maabala kasi itong trabaho ng AMLAC would consist of administrative matters plus criminal, some sort of a criminal evidence na kinukuha. So I believe that and considering that usually the head of the central bank are not lawyers, kaya mas mabuti siguro that if we assign to a person or a body which has more time to administer or perform the functions given to them by the AMLA law.
Sir, earlier po you said na there are money charges versus AMLAC. May mga charges na po ba tayo pa?
Wala pa. The MVI is still investigating and looking if there's any law violated. But up to now, wala pang report sa akin ng NBI.
Because before Christmas, we unlocked certain document in mga banking sector.
Hindi na nasundan.
Especially the analysis, sir.
Basta't wala pa.